mi gente, how goes it? Welcome to our latest episode of Chateau Bow Wow. Today's guest is an awesome dude I met out in LA, a very talented filmmaker, a great dude with a great crew, which I've become friends with some of the guys. I want you to welcome Alejandro Montoya Marin, awesome filmmaker. Say hello.
How are you guys? Manny, Geraldo, thank you for having me.
Sure thing, sure thing. Where are you right now?
I'm in Mérida, Yucatan, Mexico.
Wow. That's a lot of syllables.
2
That's
hours
awesome.
south of Cancun. That's where people will know.
Very nice. It looks like a nice place though over there.
It's dope. It's all jungle. It's super hot, but it's a different pace of life, which is great. And it's a good step away from Los Angeles.
Yeah. What's funny is that's where we met. We met in Los Angeles. I became acquainted with you. We went to the premiere for The Unexpected, which was an awesome flick.
October, September. Thank you.
It was awesome. They went to dinner, we hung out, and that was cool too. Tell me about The Unexpected, man, because again, that's the first time I came across you, and since then I've been following your work and your crew and everything, and you guys are doing awesome things. Tell me about The Unexpected.
Thank you, sir. The Unexpected. Well, it's an action comedy, and it's about a group of friends who, trying to better their lives, they invest in someone that turns out to be a fraud and scams them of their life savings. So when they start feeling the repercussions, whether it's their families or their jobs or whatever, all their savings go kaput, they figure out another plan to get the money back, which is taking the money from the scammer. So it's a heist film between suburban friends, and we premiered it in September. It came out mid-October of last year. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Listen, it's a fun movie. I saw it and I was
Thank
like, wow,
you.
this is really cool. And I got into your work. What I didn't realize was how much involved John Kaler was with your work. He is
Yeah.
hilarious. Now, is he like a production partner as well?
Yeah, we started Push Start together when we did The Wrong Guy. We did a short film in 2020, 2021 called The Wrong Guy. So what we met with my second feature film called Millennium Bugs. And Millennium Bugs, we did a Y2K comedy before Y2K A24, like for 4 years before. And that's where we started becoming friends. And we were like, hey, we should do something together. From that movie, we did the Wrong Guy and another short film called Blood Positive, which is a short film that I did that has no comedy whatsoever. Zero.
Okay.
And which is very different from all the work that I do. And then from there, we've done commercials, and then we did this movie.
Yeah. I watched The Wrong Guy. I saw it on YouTube. Hilarious. And again, John Kaler's a funny dude. He's really great.
I agree. He's a funny guy.
Yeah.
Funny
he was
how?
great as what was the funny how? What was his character, Metal Mike in The Unexpected?
Metal Mike, yeah, man.
Yeah.
It's
It
I love
was
that
really, really cool.
character.
Yeah, dude, his characters are awesome. But most importantly, your writing is great, man. Because I
thank you,
see your
sir.
films. Yeah, and I'm never bored. Like I know that whatever's gonna happen, like whatever I'm watching, because I've seen Millennium Bug. I saw
Nice.
The Wrong Guy, and I saw The Unexpected. Again, I delved into your work somewhat, and again, your writing is awesome, and I really appreciate
Thank you,
because
sir.
there's always something coming. So it's really, really great.
Yeah, I when I read reviews of people like, oh, this movie's boring, I'm like, what the hell, dude? I
Yeah.
I go and watch the movies and go I know I'm hyper, so I try to slow it down. Not everyone thinks like you, so I try to not slow it down like I have to explain things. No. It's instead of just throwing out, I try to hey, there's got to be a rhythm, a beat, and so thank you for saying that, because I try to, that's my importance as a writer and as a director is I don't want to bore the audience. If they're paying money to watch my movie or our movie, I want to entertain them.
Right. What I've learned is guessing, I'm a writer myself. I don't read the comments because everybody's going to have something negative or something positive. You can't even take the positive ones too seriously. You don't want to get full of yourself.
Yeah.
And people are always going to drag you no matter what. It doesn't matter what it is. Somebody will find something wrong with it. So I don't read the comments. I don't bother with that. I think that you've earned the respect and the admiration of your fellow filmmakers and your peers. And I think that's what really counts most. You know what I mean? Because people always have an opinion. So,
Thank you.
what do you like more? Because I saw you acting as well, and we'll get into that later, right?
Yeah,
And then again, now you write and you direct. Which one do you prefer?
directing.
Yeah, me too.
100%.
Tell me why.
100%. Why?
Yeah.
Because I think well, writing is awesome. I like to do it. I like to submerge myself with music. I like to feel something. And then from depending on how I wake up and how I slept, and if I had any issues with my girlfriend or my friend or whatever, that's the energy I put into the genre. So I usually have about 2 or 3 scripts that I'm working at the same time. And if I didn't sleep, I'm in a bad mood, well, I write a
Hmm.
thriller or a horror, If I'm like very tired and I need to pick me up, I'll drink some coffee, I'll blast some good music, and then I'll write an action scene or, something like that. Um, I like writing. I'm not saying I don't. I like being able to be by myself and think about these ideas like, oh, what if it goes this way? What if it goes that way? What if no, that's been done too many times. Or, oh, like I don't know, man. We need like a session for horror movies. I haven't been afraid of a horror movie in a decade. We already know when the music starts rising, something's coming, or
Right.
if the shot is like this, something's gonna appear here. And I mean,
Yeah, no, it's
and,
so true.
and I think that there's people that were like, "Oh, I can't hold
Yeah,
my emotions. I know something's coming." I'm like,
yeah,
"Well, okay, then I don't
yeah,
know. I just feel my point being in directing, you submerge yourself with all the other aspects of creating the artwork, not just the writing, but the acting, the music, the locations, the all that stuff. So I like being able to unite all of them to make the project even more evident or close to finished. So I think directing.
yeah. I feel the same. I don't love being on camera, and I've had to take like courses and workshops to speak on camera because I'm not naturally prone to speak. Like I always tell everybody, I talk a lot of shit, but you put this mic in
Funny
front of
because you
me.
have a podcast.
Yeah, I talk a lot of shit, but you put this mic in front of me, and I used to get so just withdraw, and I'm still kind of like that. I'm still socially, I pull back into corners and stuff because I prefer being a wallflower now. Um, but when it comes to filmmaking, going back to my question, I really love because I like to see the shot, and maybe you have the same process. Do you?
Mhm.
When I write a film, and I have a bunch of films as well, and we kind of have the same process. Do you watch it with your mind's eye as you write?
With your what? Sorry.
With your mind's eye, do you watch the movie in your head as you
Oh,
write it?
you have to. You have to. I'm very involved in editing, so I don't waste time. So I
Right,
know what we need. I don't like directors that are always going 13, 14 hours because just doesn't mean that means that they don't know what they're doing or they're
right.
unprepared or they want to cover their asses when they're editing. So I don't like wasting people's time. But yes, you have to I vocalize it often, like, hey, this shot, then we cut to this, or we cut to like I'm trying to not only watch the movie, but edit it in my head.
Yeah, I know the shot. Right? So it's like even when I write and I do my cuts and I do my transitions, I know the shot. And so when I meet and we do the all the shots that we're gonna get and the shot list, I see it, I'm like, that's not the shot. That's not the shot. And because in my head, I saw it a certain way.
Yeah.
Now, I can be persuaded to be different, right? I can be persuaded to be like, oh well, let's try this. And then, okay, we'll try both. But I'm probably gonna use mine, right? but you have an awesome eye, and again, you're directing is you get every moment, and I love that.
Oh,
Um,
thank you, man. I
yeah,
wish
yeah.
more people thought like you. More people saw it.
I think most people do. Like I said, I just don't like we get dragged a few times in some of the things that we've done, and that's okay because people are always gonna have an opinion, and people are always gonna say, oh, I could have done this. Then do it. If you could make a better film, if you're a better writer, what's stopping you, right?
Yeah,
So
go ahead. It should.
yeah, go
And
ahead.
go entertain me. I want to see good
Yeah,
movies.
yeah. Um, Tell me something about your background. Like you ended up in LA. How? Like how did that end up saying? Did you one day say, I got to move to
This
LA?
is my background. My
Yeah.
mom.
Oh, hola,
My mom
señora.
needing.
Un placer.
No, hola, señora.
Like, how did you end up in
Yeah.
LA? Say, what? I'm going to be a filmmaker. When did that happen? When you got that boom?
Jesus.
This is what I'm going to do with my life.
I was in Laredo, Texas.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I was born in Laredo, Texas, raised in Mexico. Here in Merida, I lived for a good 6 or 7 years, and then I went to Monterrey in the north part of Mexico.
Right.
After Monterrey, I went to Canada to study film school. From Canada, I went to Albuquerque, and then Albuquerque, LA. Good
Wow.
God.
That's a
Yeah.
that's a traveled road right there. And every
Hey.
time I talk to you, you're on the road. You're every time I right? How many times we message, dude? Because I've been meaning to get you on this podcast. Again, a lot of things didn't work out. You came to Orlando, and I was traveling. Then when I got
Yes,
here,
dude. I was in Orlando. What the hell?
yeah, yeah, which was it's actually like 90 minutes, kind of north of me. But I was trying to make that happen. But the same week that you ended up coming here, I had Mylene Galienes here. We
Yeah.
we flew her in from Latino Filmmakers Network, so she was here, and then I also had Grisel Del Valle. And so I took Mylene to the airport, waited at the
Uh-huh.
airport, and Chachi flew in. So that whole week was like completely, and again, you were only here for like
Oh,
5 days.
I get it. Yeah, exactly. No, and I totally get it, homie. I've been coming a lot to Mexico because I'm trying to film my first feature film in Mexico, but also there's opportunity. Mexican film is blowing up, and a lot of new productions are happening, and a lot of productions from other parts of the world are coming over.
Mhm.
Um, so I've been coming a lot to Mexico recently because film in the country is blowing up.
Very nice. My friend
Yeah.
Alejandro, I'm sorry, you're Alejandro. My friend Uscategui he just did a film Pedro Pan, which is pretty big. I think they were in Mexico as well, and it was like an all-star
Oh,
cast. And
nice.
they were in a different part of Mexico. I don't know where they shot. I know he told me, so I was like, "Is it dangerous over there?" He was like, "No, it's actually like a vacation over here." Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it's the same where you're at.
Well, I don't know where he's at.
Yeah, I'm saying it's safe over there, and there's not a lot going
Oh,
on.
dude. Yeah, man. Look, it's dangerous everywhere in the world. You
True.
know, if you go to LA, you go to Jersey, you go to New York, you go to Orlando, you go to there's different kinds of crimes here.
Right.
We don't have to worry about going to school and being shut up, and
Right.
it's very different. I think that in common, everywhere is common. If you pull out 5 grand and you're driving in a Jaguar and blasting me, yeah, you're gonna pick up attention. But if not,
Right.
I've been
That's pretty much
no,
everywhere.
it's everywhere. And Merida, Yucatan is one of the safest states in the country.
Beautiful.
Like,
Beautiful.
yeah, no, you can walk here at night. People say no, not anymore, but I'm pretty big, so I don't
Yeah.
have a problem.
That's cool. That's cool. Um, Flaming Hot, another good movie.
Yes,
And I think that's the first time I saw you acting, right? I think for me it was the first time to see you.
maybe.
Yeah. And again, super entertaining film. How was that? How was that film? Was that a lot of fun on set?
Oh yeah, that was a lot of stress because of the category of talent in that movie. Like,
Yeah.
uh, it's not just you being directed by Eva Longoria, but then you have Jesse, which is like one of the promising Latino faces in film,
Hmm.
and David Haysbert and Matt Walsh and Annie Gonzalez. No. The cast, Bobby, the cast is
Yeah.
stacked.
Yeah, the cast is
So,
super stacked.
yeah, for sure. So no, it was a lot of fun, but also you realize, hey man, there's a lot of people in this industry that are trying their best, so it makes you
Hmm.
step it up, you know?
Yeah. How long was that shoot?
I think they shot for 2 months.
Oh
I was
wow.
there for a month.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where'd you guys shoot?
In Albuquerque.
Oh, okay, New Mexico.
Yeah.
Okay. That's funny. I just had Cristina Escobar here yesterday. She's from New Mexico.
Mm.
Yeah, we just shut down yesterday. We did the same thing remotely because the way it's worked out with all of us is I remember I wanted to have everybody in the studio and I wanted to keep doing that way, but I said it yesterday that in yesterday's episode, Manny got sick and then I got sick and then we just could again with this business, everybody's traveling, everybody's going somewhere. So it's very hard to just
Exactly.
get somebody to sit down. So we ended up doing it remotely. Um, we happen, like I said, John Kaler is one of our connections that we follow each other as well. Also, Kevin Smith and Ernie O'Donnell, those cool dudes from Jersey, right?
Ernie O'Donnell and Kevin Smith. Yeah, hell yeah. I love Ernie.
Yeah. So, how do you come across those guys? I give you. When I came across them, I was looking for a spot for my independent film. So, how did it happen for you?
Oh, well, I've been a fan of Kevin since I was 13. I went to film school, to Vancouver Film School. Um, Not because he went to school there, but it was one of the deciding factors for me to go. And when I found out he had a film festival, we submitted The Wrong Guy. The Wrong Guy was the first
Right.
short film that we got in there, and it did really well. And from there, we submitted Chicken, I think. And then
Right.
this was the third project that The Unexpected was the third project that got in. So it was going to film festivals and talking and hanging out and seeing other movies, and we just started to get to know each other. Great
Yeah.
people. They
'Cause
have a great group.
yeah, they have a great group over there. You know, they're all funny guys. They're hilarious. What they seem to have is a cohesive unit, and they all like always show up for each other. And that's what I love.
Mhm.
I have the same kind of thing with my guys. I've tried to get rid of Manny. I can't. So, so, it's a beautiful thing to have a circle. And from these two projects, I've used I just finished on my second film, so we just wrapped in at the end of April. I
Nice.
I want to do
Congratulations.
different things. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm trying to do different things now. I wanna do honestly more of some Latin based theme, something that's Latino oriented. And because I've been doing horror, and again, I've talked about this before, it seems to be the easiest way in, right? It's the easiest to shoot and probably
Yeah.
the cheapest to shoot. So that's kind of got a foot in the door. Um, how about you? What do you think is your is like the next thing that you want to do as far as filmmaking?
Oh, well, I want to go the other way. I want to do a horror. I haven't done a horror.
Really?
I would love, I mean, yeah, no, I would love to, just because I feel like a filmmaker, you can't be a one trick pony that just does the same thing. I mean, you can, cool. There's a lot of people
Right.
that have a career doing the same thing. Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Some
Uh,
people did the same
that's
thing. The same
fine.
guy. Yeah.
The man's got $1 billion, right? What do I know? But I
Right.
prefer directors like Danny Boyle, that like Ang Lee, that you're able to do multiple genres. The point is to, hey, how are we going to see this world? How is this going to stand out? Or what's going to be different from this genre? So I think I have a rom-com script I'm working on, a comedy,
Cool.
obviously, and I'm working on a thriller. But it's like, well, it's a thriller comedy, and then I have one that's horror comedy. There it is.
Right. That's cool. Listen, it's important to be versatile. And again, I don't know if you read some of my writing, but I tend to I go dark a lot, But I do have a rom com. Actually, I have a pilot for a rom com. I do also have some really dramatic stuff, and then I have a dramedy as well. So I like to stay.
Hmm.
I like to stay in again primarily Latino based, right? But it doesn't mean that again it's going to be about a bodega or something like that. It's just, different people, different walks of life. They just happen to be Latino, us having such a big
Yeah, good,
population here,
good.
right? Yeah. So when you get to set and you you arrive, you already pictured everything. What's the first thing you want to do when you get on set? First day, production one, and you get on set. What's the first thing you do?
I get a coffee. I get a
Me too.
coffee. Yeah, chill out, man, and meet everyone. And
Uh-huh.
I always tell people, um, this is you. If anyone has an opinion, please give it out. I If it's not good, I won't accept it. Or not if it's not good, if it doesn't fit, I won't accept it. If I do, I will accept it. I'm not shy of other people giving opinions, because if it's better, it's gonna make the movie better. So I always tell people, don't be shy, don't take
Same.
it personal. I'm not. At the end of the day, it's gonna say directed by me. So
Right.
if your idea is great, we're adding it.
Right. That's
Here,
that's
I mean, we have to have a good time. I'm not Tarantino. I'm not fucking Spielberg for oh, everyone let him think. It's like, "Nah, hombre, vato, just have a good time. We're all having a good time."
I'm the same way. I'm the same way. Again, I don't want to hear 100 of your ideas, right? With every scene, right? Sometimes I just want you to say the lines, right? Um,
You know what's
but
funny? I
I'm
get
open
more
to.
nervous at the
Yeah.
premiere than on set.
Do you really? Yeah. Well, listen, everybody's different. I'm never nervous on set. Never. I know because I know what I want, right? I know the shots that I want,
Hmm.
and I don't get nervous. But I think you're right. When you get there and there's a crowd, people, and there's lines and stuff, that's when you get a little anxiety, right? And you're like, oh, Jesus Christ, here we go again, right? That kind of process
Yeah,
inside.
exactly.
You're like your inner voice.
Oh, of course. You have to.
Yeah.
It keeps you grounded.
So how do you feel on being when you're on Eva Longoria's set, let's say, for instance, right? How does your process there? And now you have to switch, right, from being a director to being talent. What's your process there?
I pay attention. I pay attention and I see what they're doing. She's very efficient. She's very smart. She's very relentless. She over prepares. Like, dude, no, it's. I love that. I love someone who prepares, but you have to be able to be. You have to prepare hardcore so you know what you're doing, but you have to be volatile so you can adapt to any change that comes. It's very weird. Um, but the more prepared you are, the easier it is so that you can improvise. So I think that that's perfect. You would be dumb if you went on a set with Eva Longoria and you think you know everything. You know what I mean? This woman, um,
Right.
produced John Wick. Like, get out of here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, learn as
Right.
much as
Yeah,
you
right.
can.
Right. Because you got to shadow her as well, correct?
Oh
On
yeah, I
another
shadowed her in
project.
her last movie. That was, dude. She had this whole notebook. Like, you have to admire stuff like that. A notebook this big with all the script divided, all the shot lists, all the scheme, all the diagram, camera diagrams, schematics, everything, everything,
Wow.
referential. No. It's ridiculously prepared, and not only that,
Wow.
every department gets it. It
Right.
was pretty hard.
Right.
What the
Right.
days I was there was pretty harmonious. You can tell when there was a little bit of drama, pero vato, nothing lingers past 5 minutes.
Right. It looks to me like, again, this is just a guess, and I think you saw some of my stuff that I wrote. I'm like, yeah, she's on my wish list, right, for talent, which I'll never be able to afford probably, but
Oh, pues sí, yeah.
but again, this is just a guess. She looks like a person who's super nice, but will rip your heart out if you mess around. She looks like
Oh
the
yeah.
type,
Oh yeah.
with the switch,
She's very cool. She's very friendly, but she has no problems.
Right.
Hey, calm down.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Um. So, Smart Castle to me has become a great place because, and you as well, right? Because you debuted there, and I did see when I saw the wrong guy, I saw the logo that played there, and then film festival and stuff. I was like, oh, I guess that was the
Heck
first
yeah.
connection. Um, and the way I came across Ernie was my friend, my producer, actually, a lifelong friend, Russell Terra. He knew Ernie from prior projects. And I
Hmm.
was looking for a place to screen Flux, this film here, and everybody wanted so much
Manny's
money
the
to
actor
screen
in,
it.
in Flux, right?
Yeah, man, he's the cameraman. Yeah, he's also in Lord Valley.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I
So
knew
that's
him.
what we talked about it
I was
before.
like, I know him.
Getting a core group that we could work together, right?
Yeah.
Um, So when I came across Ernie, it was very unexpected because again I was looking for a place to have Flux, and it was so expensive. They wanted $7,500, $10,000 to just to have the place for 3 hours, whatever. And then I got in touch with Ernie, and Ernie heard me back, and Ernie and Kevin have that theater in Jersey, and they really took care of us, and they really made
Nice.
the place welcoming to independent film, with the
Hmm.
price tag and the way that, with the deals that they work out with you with concessions and the gate, it just makes it super, super friendly to indie filmmaking because they're not trying to hit you
Hmm.
over the head, you know? So that's how him and I became friends. And now we have an office there, you know? Um,
Heck yeah, upstairs, right?
so yeah, I'm on the second floor. And they're great guys. And I think we spoke about it. I was like, hey, you're in town. Come use my office, chill out. I have, Bustelo Cafe, we're chilling. I can't get rid of these guys. They're always stealing my coffee. But they're great guys. And then again, through Ernie is how I met you. And so it's a nice little circle. Right. And I hope that one day you and I could sit down and do something together, write something together or work, you know what I mean? Because
Heck yeah,
I
man.
just, yeah, yeah. I love your eye. I love the way you direct, and I've probably talked about this way too long already. But I get it. I'm happy watching your films. Does that make sense to you? Like my
Hombre,
eyes
vato,
are
that,
happy.
of course, that means a lot. That means someone cares about the movie and all the work you put into it. So Thank you so much, and for expressing what the movies made you feel, and how. Thank you. That means a lot.
Yeah. I wish that I could write happy like you, right? I can't. I don't know
Yeah, you
why.
can.
Because again,
Yeah, you can.
no, I just naturally I don't go there. Naturally, I'm like, yeah, nobody dies, right? I'm like, it's such a terrible habit I have of going dark. But I really I watch your films and I'm like, oh, I enjoyed that, and I walk and I walk out like this is fun, and
That's
I want to
right.
do something like that. I want to do something
That's
like that.
awesome.
Um,
Let's.
so going back to LA and the opening with Unexpected, and how do you feel
Yeah.
about the like you had Matt Walsh, you had a great, and again, just a great turnout there for the premiere. How do you feel about how it was received? Do you feel like the Unexpected is performing, and are you happy with the end product?
I'm very happy with the end product. I think as an independent film, there's always room for improvement in marketing, especially, obviously in all the aspects of making a movie, from production to everything. But I mean, I have no regrets, I have nothing negative to say about the movie. I mean, I wish we could have had more money for marketing to make a bigger splash, but it is what it is. You do the best job you can. I think the movie has helped other, like, I know Kaler, I, I I wouldn't have to say this, like, dude, he gets a lot of people to follow him, and hey, I saw your movie, and gets text messages and stuff. And I think that that's the barometer of your movie doing something, like 5 people, 10 people. Then I know it means nothing for bigger productions, but to me, getting 110 reviews in Letterboxd actually written, that
That's
means
that's
something.
everything. That's everything to
Like,
me.
they
Yeah,
took the
yeah.
time, and it, uh, that to me means a lot. So, um, I think the movie has helped open doors for me. I have a couple of projects that I signed on to direct, that I didn't write, but I can't touch. We're not going to
Right,
do them till March of next year. so so
right,
it's
right, right.
it's still a ways away, but it's gotten me into rooms where people now, when I talk, it doesn't seem like, yeah, yeah, kid, whatever, or kid, even though I got a bunch of white hair. But you know what I mean? Like, they always
Right.
talk to you like, in a certain way. And I think that that wouldn't have happened without this movie, and without all the hard work that everyone from this movie put in, and the premiere, and having Kevin and Ernie attached, and Plastilina Mosh, et cetera, et cetera. So no, I'm very happy with the movie. I can't stress that enough.
That's great because I feel the same way. Again, Flux was very stressful for me, and everybody was traveling, and we tried to put all the pieces together, and it was something. And I was everything. I was again as indie, I was indie filmmaking. I was ironing clothes. I'm doing travel. I'm organizing
Hmm.
craft services, and that's what it is in indie filmmaking, right? But same as you, I felt like this is going to be our calling card. This is going to be our
Hmm.
hey. This is what we can do with a little bit of money, you know, take a chance on us because we have talent,
Yeah.
we have product, we have it, we have a nice package, and we want to put our name down as hey, we're here too. And I think that opened a lot of doors for us as well. And obviously it led to Kevin Smith's theater and Ernie's theater, Smart Castle, and it led to the different connections. And that's all from Flux. As difficult as it was to
Yeah.
put that in the can, all those pieces, all that stress led to probably even this conversation right now. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
1,000%. Yeah. I've been going to talk to universities or high schools with kids, and I always tell them, I was one of the, I am, and but was way more when I was younger. I wanted the results to come quick. And at
Right.
44, you realize that life is like two trampolines like this, and you go from here to here to here to here,
Yeah,
and
I,
it's
I I
it's
never
that's
heard
that's
that
it.
before. That's a great way to put it. That's a great way to put it.
Right? It's just, that's
Um,
all it is, because you're like, "Oh,
it
I'm gonna
is.
get to this level." No, you don't. You get to this level, but diagonally a little bit higher, and it's, "Oh, okay."
Um, we don't want to keep everybody here all day, but I want to just ask you real quick. Um, when it comes to fundraising, what do you think the best your approach is to going around? Because to me, the travel kills me. The travel is it's just really tough for me, man. And you're always on the road, and you're always film raising. I'm sorry, fundraising. Um, what do you think the best approach is with that?
Why does traveling get you?
It's just it's a lot on me. I'm old, and
Wait a minute.
I'm
Wait a minute. Hang
52.
on. Hang on. How old are you?
I'm 52. I'm 52.
Okay, you're 52. I'm
Um,
44. You're not that old, homie.
yeah, no, I'm a little older, but I do have a few health conditions that we'll talk about it later on off the air. But it just beats me up, man. It just beats me up. Even that flight to LA and then coming, remember, it's 5 hours,
Oh, well,
and I get
yeah,
off the
5
plane.
hours. That's enough, dude. That'll get you.
Yeah, you know. So yeah, it just beats the hell out of me. And again, even traveling with
Yeah.
the film when I was doing all the film festivals, so that all kills me. But going back to fundraising, it seems to be the hardest thing to do. It seems to be that everybody comes to you and says, "Hey, I want to get involved. I want to do this. I want to do that." And then you come to them and say, "Oh, well, great, but here's what I have," and they go, "It's a bad time." Have you got that experience?
I have that every week.
Yeah.
I think we have to challenge this conversation in two ways. Look at it this way.
Okay.
You already dislike traveling. Imagine if you become successful that you're going to have to travel all the time. So I would start finding the pleasures of traveling. That's what I do because it's true, dude. I hate the airport. I would get nervous. Now I
Yeah.
figured out what gets me nervous to go to the airport. So like an older man, if my flight leaves at 10, I'm there at 8 in the morning. I
Wow.
don't
Okay.
care. I'm there. I pay an overpriced breakfast
Me
because then
too.
I have that to look forward to. So I go, hey, you're stressed. There's an hour to drive. Don't worry about it. You're going to have some scrambled eggs, a nice coffee. So I can go and then you're in the good mood
Right.
because then you're there sitting there
Right.
and you're like, you know what? This ain't that bad. But my point being is if I don't like hotels, but if I'm going to make movies, I better start getting used to the fact that I'm going to have to
That's
stay at
so
hotels,
true.
right? It's
Yeah.
super true. I don't make
It's
the
but
rules.
it's super true about, like I said, I do the same thing. I get to the I'm gonna pay $35 to $40 for breakfast right now. And I do that all the time, and it's so true.
You know
Wow.
that you have that to look forward to, and then you
Yeah.
realize that once you get there for 2 hours that there's no anxiety. The anxiety is all brought in because you're not prepared, you're rushing. I sit down and have coffee, and I see couples running on me, running across the airport, screaming at each other, and I go, why the hell would I want that?
That's so true, man. We have very similar existence, you and I, you know?
Well,
We're
there
always
you
in
go. I
airports.
like commodity.
Um,
But
this has been
fundraising,
fun.
back to fundraising.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Sorry that I interrupted you, but back to fundraising.
No, go ahead,
I
go ahead.
can't
Yeah, yeah.
I can't say that any project has been similar. Let me explain why. The when I did Monday for that reality show with Robert Rodriguez, they gave us the money. So that was easy, but it was 7K, so it was nothing. But then Millennium Bugs, I crowdfunded. There's been short films where there's a short film called Leslie on my YouTube page that's about a girl that gets pregnant. So she has to decide if she's gonna continue singing or not, because she's a singer-songwriter, but she's not really hitting. So that's pure drama. And my point to that is that when I got that movie funded, I put a pink slip to my car because the
Oh,
person that
wow.
was gonna give us the money bailed a week before after we had camera, insurance, actors, their plane tickets, hotel, everything ready. After we had everything ready, and then they canceled. So I had to either find money or lose money. There was no other way. So
Right.
I put my car in pink slip. So my point being is I have a lot. Yes, it's very hard to raise funds, but you cannot fool yourself in thinking, why should someone give you $1 million if you haven't raised 10 grand in a movie? That's not going to make any
Right.
sense. Or why can someone
Correct.
give you $500,000 if you've done one that was 50K shitty looking? And
Right.
it's not, I'm not being the bad guy. It's everyone's like, oh, I don't understand why they don't give me any money. My idea is brilliant. It's like it's an idea, homie. It's just in the air. I have ideas.
Right.
I have so many ideas. It's grabbing that
Right.
idea, making it a reality, and then having things go right, and then the actors like it. It's not easy, but I think the traditional way why I travel is because I go to a lot of dinners and I meet a lot of people and they want to. I'm not just working on film, I'm working on other couple of things that are kind of film related, but it takes a while. Everything in film takes a while. Those days of like, here's your check, that idea is brilliant, they're over, or I'm not
They're over.
talented enough. What works for me is building a relationship with people organically, and then maybe something happens. But you can't go off the top and do it. You know, it's like man, you're a businessman. Kevin's a businessman. Manny's a business. People know business. And you know that when you're doing business, the business doesn't come out till like the last 5 minutes of the hour. You know this. So
Yeah, it's relationships.
with those set rules, that's kind of like how you move along. And it's always going to film festivals. Like, dude, for a decade that I lived in Albuquerque, my mom that's sitting right here, who can tell me if I'm lying, I would use my vacation time to go to film festivals. Some people just think I'm going to release my movie in New York and all of New York is going to be enchanted. No way. It doesn't work like that.
No, it
So you
doesn't.
go to New York and you have a short film and another one and then maybe a feature, because then you have 3 projects that you were able to grow a fan base in New York. Like if I go to New York now, I know I can get 150 people to go see my movie, but it took me
Right.
fucking 5 years, you know? So
No, it's true.
it's it's seeing what works and it's meeting new people, because not everyone operates in business the same. So you just try to keep it chill. You want to make
Oh,
investors feel
so true.
comfortable with you because it's film. It's not certain. If you wanted to be,
Right.
then go have them invest in medicine or whatever.
Right. 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 They have to believe in the art as well.
Claro. They have to see you work. They have to see you willing to go to the ends of the earth for this project. And that's what I feel like I did. Once everything was like settling, I didn't stop working on the unexpecteds for almost 2 years. And
Wow.
promo and trailers and submitting, and then you really gotta love what you want, because if you don't, you know how we are with a kid, you stop playing with the toy, you're like, I'm bored.
Yeah. Yeah. I've asked that question several times, and it's probably the best formatted answer I've gotten. Of all these different episodes that we've done. That was a great way to put it, man. That was really great. Um,
Thank you.
Before we close, you went to Sundance this year. We're Sundance people as well. How'd you feel about it?
Yeah. Oh, it was amazing. It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was the last year in Park City. I met a bunch of people. I met my attorney. I'm working with an attorney from New York.
Mm,
Um,
very
Stephen
nice.
Beers. Yo, he's
Very
great.
nice.
He's great. I loved it. There was an energy. You can feel people's
Hmm.
radiantness and being happy
Yeah.
and available, and like, oh, there is, like, I didn't know Undertone was going to be that big. And I met the director, they were both very nervous, ridiculous and
Yeah.
nervous. Good people though. Good people. We went and recorded. So at Sundance for the past 20 something years, there's been the Travel Lodge where a bunch of bands like Sting and puta,
Yeah.
take
Yeah.
your pick.
We went there.
Exactly. Play. And we were able to record a bunch of bands, including Foxy Shazam, which are in the Peacemaker soundtrack, and Superman. They're going to be in Supergirl as well. So we were able to record
Cool.
all that session that Saturday night, and we're going to be releasing very, very, very analogish looking cool videos. We shot with very retro
That's cool.
cameras and kept it mega indie, which I really dug. So that's going to be coming out in June, and it's going to be just kind of like an unplugged, but in Sundance.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah,
Um, are you going to Colorado for the new Sundance?
sir. Yes, and I am very close to. We want to try to do the same thing we did in Park City, in Boulder. So
Nice.
we're working on
Very
it.
good.
Yes. That's
Very
tough.
good. Very good. It's going to be just as cold. So
Oh yeah.
I'm going to bundle up a lot better because I was miserable over there.
Oh
Again,
yeah, dude. That climbing up the hill cold is the
oh,
worst.
bro, I fell down the hill. Manny was there. Manny was, I was like a turtle on his back. I was, it was terrible.
How many steps did he roll down?
Not, I didn't roll down. I just kind of fell, right? And I slipped and I started just slipping down, back down the hill a little bit. Like I just slid on my back. I was like a turtle on a shell. I'm telling you, it was so
No.
embarrassing. Yeah, it was pretty much like that. And these guys didn't even bat an eye. Like they looked at me like, "What's wrong with you?" And I'm like, "Come on, come on," like this. It was so
Yeah, you're
bad.
sliding down there like, hey,
Um,
get up, get up.
but to get to go up from the bottom of Main Street to the top where all the other things are, bro, I was out of breath. I'm sitting there sucking on my asthma pump. It was a mess, man. But it was the energy, like you
Dude,
said, was
yeah.
so dope, so dope. You know, we're probably going this year. We're probably going this
Heck
year.
yeah. You guys have to.
Yeah, yeah. It's gonna be super cool. Cause I've never been to Colorado. I don't know if you have.
Oh yeah,
Um,
dude. Colorado rules. Denver's a great town. Denver's an
yeah.
amazing town. Great food, great restaurants, great bars. I had a great time. I said great way too much. But
That's
it's
okay.
true. It's fun. It's a fun
If you
city.
enjoyed it, it was fucking great.
I
That's
did.
it.
I did.
This has been really cool. This has been really cool. And again, I appreciate you taking the time to see us. You know, it's
Oh,
been
thank you
something that I
guys.
wanted to do, sit down with you for a while. I know we went back and forth, you know. I think what I'm taking the mid-season break actually, probably after this week. And then
Heck yeah.
I want to have John on as well. You know, Ernie says
Oh,
it'll
that'd be
fly you.
amazing.
So, yeah, yeah. So it'd be kind of cool to have, you know, all these different people here. Over here at Chateau Bow Wow, we try to focus really on the focus is Latino talent and Latino filmmakers, artists, singers, everything. But it doesn't mean that's all we're going to do, you know, because all these other people are also contributors to our art. So it's not necessarily
Mm-hmm.
just primarily just only Latino, but you know, that's the focus.
Of course.
For you, we are entirely grateful, and for your work and for everything
Thank you.
that I've seen. Again, I really enjoy it. I really, really do. And
Thank you,
you
sir.
know, I hope to work with you in the future. I really, really do.
Let's.
We'll put something together, man. You know, we'll either link up at SMOD or something. I wrote something with, for Ernie at SMOD too. Maybe I'll send it to you. It's kind of funny.
Okay.
But anyway, we appreciate you coming here, and we appreciate you taking the time. And not to be too repetitive, but you fucking rock, man. You really, really do.
Oh, dude,
And
stop. People are going to
oh,
watch the movie and go, man, that was baloney.
that's what maybe I'm a little biased, right? But no, but you really rock. And you know, again, give us your handles, where to find you, where to find your movie. Let us know.
Yeah, man. Anyone can search for The Unexpecteds. It's on Tubi. It's on iTunes. It's on any platform you want. And you can find me under Alejandro Montoya Marin on my handle, or my company, Push Start Films, which we're going to be doing a bigger push on the company this year. So some cool stuff happening, not just music, but with other productions. So I'm very excited. Yeah, Alejandro Montoya Marin on Instagram. Give me a shout out. Let's see what we can do.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
And
I
also
really appreciate you
Colorado,
coming
sir,
here,
if you're
brother.
serious, we should chat about Colorado and Sundance next year.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Thank you. You are awesome. Again, Alejandro Montoya Marin, super awesome filmmaker. Took the time out to come see us here at Chateau Bow Wow. We hope you enjoyed the chat. And
Thank you, sir.
That's about it. Stay blessed,
To be
everyone.
continued.
Thanks for tuning in. Chateau Bow Wow. Stay cool.